Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you so dearly for always tuning in. I really appreciate. Today, the first time you are coming across us, so you are hearing this voice for the first time. We still remain Progress News, and we give you all the latest updates. Remember, in this platform, we react to all videos, and your opinion is highly needed. So sit back, watch this video, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you, the Minister of Information, the media team, as usual. I must thank you guys for everything that you're doing. You guys are really working very hard. Sometimes I used to ask myself the kind of strength that you have to do your work almost on daily basis. Some of you do your programs, 2 times a day, with the work at home, taking care of your families and every other thing. But yet, you've been persistent, making sure that you get the information out for our people. And I want to appreciate Ada Diorama, who has been doing an amazing job. Ada, you changed the scenario, trying to let our people that you can speak in a loud voice and talk to them in the language they will understand. So good job for all you've been doing. And I want to thank the Umuada of Biafra land, the Umuada Natukwefi, the Umade Umasa, and I will tell you that since I started working with you guys, I have never seen the kind of strength that you guys are exhibiting every day. Other women. I've been able to work with women. I've been able to lead a lot of groups. But I tell you that the vibration of strength that comes from you guys, something else. And with that, I bow my car for you. And that is why I call you Umuada to Kunama. You guys are another one. And I want to extend our appreciation and warmest greeting to our Honorable Prime Minister, the Agune Chamber 1, Otubale, Mazi Simon Ekpa, a man of strength, the 7-man squad, as I used to call him. Okay. Now, all the activities and everything that he has been doing, rejection of good life that has come his way and trying to serve the Biafran people. Honestly, I must tell you, I've been able to work with you, and I'm so proud of what you've been doing for the Biafran people. And I must tell Biafran people to trust you, because Umuada have watched you. I've watched you in the morning, watched you in the evening, watched you making a very decisive and a very strong, decisions for our people. Not that you're making these decisions, but you are making the one that is favoring the Biafran people. As such, we appreciate you all the time. If people don't believe in what you are doing, they should go and ask their God why. It is you that he has brought at this moment to be able to continue from where your master, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the indefatigable leader, a man that have shown everything, a man that have conscientized the whole world, a man that have told us what is to come, a man that his predictions and his prophecies have come to pass. And so sometimes I used to say that we, the people of Biafra, doesn't know what we have. Out of sheer envy and jealousy and hatred, they have been able to subject you to where you are today. But all we are standing to you, the Umuada Biafra, telling you that we've seen it all. We know what you stood for and what you stand for. We know what you preach. We know everything that you've done. And we believe in you solely. That is why we put our faces before the public to be able to tell you that we'll be standing beside you, you and Mazi Simon Ekpa, to make sure that the actualization of Biafra is done and done very, very soon. With that, I extend my warmest greeting again to all Biafran people. I say good afternoon, good morning, and good evening from wherever you are watching me from. We, the Umuada of Biafra, are here today to express our displeasure, outrage, and sadness towards the activities and undesirable utterances we have witnessed from the wife of our leader, Mazina Dekanu, and the criminal DOS. As you can remember, Mazina Dekanu was renditioned to Nigeria, was illegally kidnapped and renditioned to Nigeria. Like 2 years ago, I think June 2021. And since then, none of the people that he was working with, the DOS in particular, not the family of Mazina Dekanu, has been able to tell us what happened to him. The Biafran women and the Biafran people have been in distress since then. We lost hope in DOS because their activities and trying to calm the people's nerves without, giving us the factual, being factual of what's happened to Mazina Dekanu, and not answering our simple questions since then, threw everybody in disarray. As a wife of our leader, we never heard your voice. No press conference, no oracle, no alarm was raised on social media, or maybe social media broadcast, to let the people of Biafra know what happened to your husband, or to let us, the Umuadas, the women of Biafra, who have been crying earnestly, crying every single day. Some people developed sickness. Some people were overwhelmed. Some people were, thrown into perpetual and eternal illness because of the disappearance of your husband, only to surface in Nigeria without nobody answering those questions. And people might be asking, what concerns you, Umuada, with the arrest of Mazina Dekanu and the family, or even the wife? And I must tell you, it concerns us because Mazina Dekanu spoke our minds. It concerns us because Mazina Dekanu was able to let the people of the indigenous people of the contraption called Nigeria, that they have not gotten the part. They have not gotten everything that they needed. They have not been experiencing or getting a better life from the Janjaweed government. He was able to make us know that all resources that is made available by the Chukwukika Biama have not been harnessed by our people to take care of our living, to take care of our children, to even take care of ourselves. That is why the women marched to London from all over the world to demonstrate to the British government the outrage. And what happened to our leader? And you were nowhere to be found. You were not present in that very rally that we made in London. After many months of silence, I know that they said that silence is, golden. But sometimes silence is criminality. Silence is dangerous. After many months, you decided to show up through the Radio Biafra to cajole those who have been fighting earnestly to free your husband and to make sure that they work on the precepts and the lines that were, made there by your husband. And to make sure that everything that your husband, the legacy that your husband put out there, did not die. This is the third time. And this third time, we listen to your broadcast of encouragement to the criminal DOS to apprehend and stop our Honorable Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who promised your husband to become his 50 men when your husband was asking for 100 men. Those miscreants ended up having a 10-man rally instead of a million march, just to apprehend Mazi Simon Ekpa. During that outing of shame, you were called upon to validate the idiocy, and you did. Uche Chikanu, you did. In your own words, you said, You counted your privilege, yourself privilege, to be in their midst. You apologize for not being physically present with them because of your health issues. But promise to be coming on Radio Biafra to explain a lot of things. You were happy that they could all make it to Finland to meet other brothers to protest the genocide, committed on us, Biafrans. Soon, I don't know. To ask the government of Finland to work with Biafra, no longer to arrest, kill, or maim our Honorable Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. For brothers who have diverted from the path to have everything, because a moment will come. I am quoting your words. A moment will come when Biafra will emerge. The vision of Mnk'S is to wipe away all tears from our people, give peace and succor to our people, not to destroy our people or to kill them. For the IPOB in Finland to ask themselves, are you doing the right thing? As long as Biafra are still suffering, IPOB will continue to work for the liberation of Biafra. That was your word. My first reaction was to your empty speech is to ask you, Mrs. Uchechi Kanu, are you doing the right thing? I'm aware in our contemporary times, when the freedom fighters, somebody like Gandhi's wife, Patrick Molumba, and then in our contemporary times, like I said, Nelson Mandela of South Africa was incarcerated because of his political views. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your husband, Winnie Mandela was seen protesting, writing articles, going to courts, appealing to international communities or international organizations and governments. She was, the new face of agitation and the manner from the perspective of a wife and a mother. South Africa and the whole world knew that Mandela had a wife and stood up for him, even when the world locked him up. He was there. She was there. She was there fighting for the husband. What has been your activities? As a wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I ask you, Mrs. Uchechi, and the mother of his children since his incarceration. What used to be your answer when your children ask you of their father? I know you may not be intelligent, smart, forthgoing, articulate, or charismatic like Winnie Mandela. However, open alliance with the enemies of your husband is undesirable. Biafran restoration is not a family business. I must make this categorically clear to you. We acknowledge that very, very well. But our people used to say, that is the adage of our people. Mr. Uchechi Kanu, I've danced that song. I so much love it so much. I repeat. I repeat that. I know you may not be, vibrant or smart like Winnie Mandela, but it's surprising that you, Mrs. Uchechi Kanu, has been romancing and robbing with DOS. That the Biafran people have rejected their leadership, IPOB. Biafran people do not listen to DOS any longer because they are collaborators, conspirators, compliances to the betrayer, kidnap, and extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which we know very, very well. And we know that you are aware of that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is unlawfully incarcerated. The entire Nigeria is shaking. IPOB, led by the Biafran Republic in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has been pushing, touching every court touchable to persuade the government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Biafran people in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dedicated themselves. The Umuada of Biafra dedicated themselves. And this cause, our husbands left us because they know what your husband meant. Every meaningful Biafran has been fighting to make sure that your husband is released. The media team have been working seriously, tenaciously to make sure that your husband is released. Our leader and our prime minister, the Biafran Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, left everything just to accomplish that promise. He met your own husband that he is going to be his 50 men. That's a promise. That is a promise, Uchechi, that this young man has been out there morning to night making a case. Why your husband and Biafran restoration should be imminent. That is what he has been doing. That is what we have been doing. Your DOS and the Igbo politicians are head bent on keeping the sit at home without addressing the reason for the sit at home, which is the demand for the unconditional release of your own husband, as you said, and our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yet Mrs. Uchechi is the queen of this same DOS. And my question is, why? Umuada of Biafra asking you, why? There is a very, very, very big question mark. Why, Uchechi? What role are you playing in the Biafran actualization and the release of your husband, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is supposed to be your husband? I don't intend to use derogatory words on you, but I must be frank with you and tell you that your activities in the liberation for Biafra and the agitation for the unconditional release of your husband is below expectation, undesirable, and downright hypocritical. I must repeat that your activities, I say it again, your activities during this time, these very moments, is undesirable and downright hypocritical. Biafran women are not happy with you and your activities so far. But I must tell you, my advice to you is to change your ways so that posterity may remember you with some favor. We are not happy with everything that you've done. We are not happy letting your husband down. We are not happy you romancing with the enemies of your husband. The work of a mother is to stand firm with the husband when the chips are down. The work of a mother is to stand firm with the children when the chips are down. But I must tell you in honesty, Uchechi Kanu, that you've never proven to us that you are in the right path with what we're doing. And I must tell you that you are not bigger than those who have lost their children. We have a lot of women out there who lost their husbands. We have men who have paid ultimate price for the liberation of the Biafran people. But all your activities look suspicious. Umuada of Biafra are making it clear to you that your activities are very, very suspicious. And the reason why we're coming today is not to be derogatory, it's not to insult you, it's not to malign you, but the reason why we're coming today is to tell you that our own husbands left us, not that because we don't have something that we're doing. We are all professionals in our different ways. We are equal to the task in our different ways. We are beautiful in our different ways. We are intelligent in our different ways. And we know what's up. And that is why we stood firm to make sure that everything that your husband set out there is followed. Now, the reason why we come today is to let you know that we are not miscreants, that we are fighting for the liberation of the people of Biafra and the emancipation of the people of Biafra. And we're fighting for the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to let you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only your husband. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the wife of Biafran women, Umuada Biafra, worldwide. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our brother. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our son. Let it get into your brain if you do not know that we're not fighting because we just chose to be there. But we're fighting because of the inhuman activities being meted against our nation, our people. I happen to, communicate with a lot of men out there who lost their husband, who cannot even take care of their children anymore. And it doesn't, touch you. You've never made any broadcast to address those women. You have never, ever to them one-on-one. But the only thing you do is to come to social media or to go to Radio Biafra or to connive with the enemies of your husband to make utterances that infringes on what we are doing. We are here in peace. But I want to let you know that now and that is why Umuada Biafra worldwide are here to address you, to pull back. If you've chosen to be silent, that's okay. Go in and be silent for now. But if you must come out next time, Uchechi Kanu will want you to behave like a wife, will want you to behave like a mother, will want you to behave like a man, a woman who is missing her husband. That is what we want you to play. The role we want you to play this time. But if you choose to come out next time and go after Mazi Simon Eka, we'll open your chapter. I am telling you. Sorry. Anya na aga wara. Sorry, I might not, get it very right, but I know that, anya naga wara or upu naga wara, anya naga wara na fear. So that is where I will stop. I want to let you know that the Koni movement you're making is a very dangerous one at this point in time. I want to let you know that it's not all about you. It's about the 5 million Biafrans that have died in this cause. It's about the 5 million people that have died in this cause. It's about the widows out there who have lost their husband in this cause. It's about the children who are orphaned, who not even have 3 square meals in a day. It's about the widowers who lost their wives. It's about our young girls and our women who are being raped and organ harvested. That is what it's all about. It's not about Uchechi Kanu, no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family. We are fighting to release your husband because we know that is what he's fighting for. Because he is an innocent man, a very handsome man. We are proud of him. That is why this Umuada are fighting daily to make sure that he accomplishes this mission and to release your husband. But we want to let you know that it's not going to be rough today. But next time you come out and go after Mazi Simon Eka, what we're going to do that day, you will never believe it. We know everything, but we want you to channel and then go your lane. Do the work of a wife and the work of a mother and the work of a man, a woman who is missing her husband. That's all I have for you this afternoon. But with that being said, you have order for the Umuada to come and express their displeasure in how your attitude and whatever that you put out there. Now, I want to call on our beautiful woman, Madam Erewa, to take the stage. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I am Madam Anireju Erewa. Actually, in full, my full name is Anireju Orishe, meaning nobody is wiser than God. And I want to use this time to greet everyone, viewers, listeners, media team for audience work, enormous work you're doing for this struggle, selfless, patriotic service you're doing for this, in this struggle. I thank my fellow Umuada for being, to stand firm as a woman, as women, to prove that there are women in this struggle. Yes, yes. And we have message when a woman, they behave like women, then we are coming to talk to that woman to begin to maybe get some sense to sleep and say, is she really doing a woman as a woman should or no? Maybe this could give some sense. Yeah. So I salute everyone. I especially thank God, thank Chukwuokike for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Oh, yes. Because I've been in this struggle since 2015, when the first time, November 2015, when they kidnapped our leader from Lagos. I've been listening to him and they hijacked him to Abuja. That's when I came into this struggle. And what be the OPN? Then Clifford did 1 year there. Yes, that's when I came into this struggle. And I've seen so much. And our leader opened my eyes. Not because of this, he's doing so much, but he had the wrong kind of people around him that pocketed him. So this extraordinary rendition where it happens to. Now I come bring our Prime Minister. So from 2015 until our Prime Minister stepped in to save the struggle, because the reason why the extraordinary rendition happened now because of make them crush the Biafra struggle. Our Prime Minister stepped forward. Since then, look at the accomplishment. Under 2 years, follow who no road. When you see who no road, you go know. Yes. During the time of the IPO, because I come to Uchechi, I just want to give some ground layer so that when people they hear, when they talk, and I know, not because I don't know how to quote big Oyibo, but they like to talk for Bonge language. Yes. During the time of IPO, Clifford Irwanya, Obidiobien, Uche Mevo, oh my God, embezzlement, not be small money, Nanaya, all of them, now embezzlement, now would they hear. This is all they were doing with the money, scamming. George Oyibe, Rusa Blue Jack, one when they call Odenibu, all scam, now scamming, now they turn the whole thing to the one way say now wait till the name itself now South Africa, then you can't go Israel. All of them, bunch of robes and thieves and embezzlement. But it has not happened since our Prime Minister has been in charge of the ship. Since our leader is there in the air, dungeon. When enemies, DOS, I myself, when they talk so, I was in DOS. And I know the ganging up that took place there. But that will be for another day, because if I say make I go to that, we're not going to come. But they don't. Okay. But since Prime Minister took over, we never hear about embezzlement. We never hear about all those coming because it's not going to happen. He will not allow it to happen. They could not pocket him like they surrounded themselves. He knows his enemies. He knows when the enemies are coming too close, and he knows exactly how to put them where they belong, like he did the sandpaper place when he did for US. So because they could not do any of that, so what they decided to do is to try to tarnish his name. And look at the people. They not get head, they not get tail, they are so haggard. They say that they go arrest. Look at people who say that they come up from Canada that they not even get single money to take care of themselves. Now people they pay. Now the politicians pay their way. Before I'm gonna talk to you, I want to sincerely, I salute our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I respect you. I came to Israel to see you, and the day I saw you, I felt that, oh my God, to use this my two naked eyes to see you, you are such a reverent human being. And I see you care about this struggle. The Biafra struggle, I saw it, how you cared about it. You didn't play with it. So the message that you bring to listeners, I saw it with my two naked eyes. Now, somebody might not see you with their two naked eyes. No. So when you said you will sacrifice all that is sacrificable for this struggle, you meant it, and it happened. Your parents were killed because of this. They came and attacked them. So I felt that I'm very lucky to come to Israel to see you. And so, please, myself, I was, my husband passed, but as a wife, a mother, grandmother, I want to please let you know that whatever I'm going to tell your wife is because what your wife has done in this struggle, we all try to respect her. Even our Prime Minister, when she went on Radio Biafra, tried and said some nonsense, our Prime Minister said, no, make we not come and attack your wife. Why? Because she is your wife. We wouldn't want the international world to see us talking so disrespectfully to your wife. So we all kept our cool. But your wife has done beyond. She has done beyond. And with all due respect, sir, please, I'm going to talk to your wife today to let your wife know that she has not been faithful in this struggle as you are. She has not represented you as a wife should. She did not represent African women that have fought, that stood with their husband in a struggle. You did not. So, sir, I have a message for you. Uchechi, I saw you in Atlanta, Georgia in 2019. Well, if I tell you, my belly, sweet me at all. That this woman, your husband is representing to remove all of us. You are working against him. You are working against your husband. You went and connived with him. Look at them. Haggard. Those who carry Radio Biafra self away. Your husband is no longer the leader. He's no longer the director of Radio Biafra. Tell us, are you trying to tell us that you did not know that Chika, all those bunch of criminals, and all that, and they saw Radio Biafra, and you are going to that Radio Biafra. You, Uchechi, your husband, tell us, if your husband is no longer, they don't sell the Radio Biafra, and you see they go there. That really goes to show that you are working against what your husband is fighting for. And you expect respect. Hmm? You expect respect. When enemy call you, you go run. You have never tried. You have never tried to Umuada to say, please, I'm going through this much. Now, Bridget Okapo. Hmm? When you see in 2019 in Atlanta, Georgia, with some bunch of street women, now you come for hmm? See the extraordinary rendition. You didn't do what like Winnie Mandela did. You sit down there. You sit down there and you are colluding with DOS that sold your husband. Collected money from enemy. Sold your husband. You have never cried. We've never seen you cry. Isn't that a shame? You really think that the international world really, really value you? Because history, when they begin to do comparison of women who stood by their husband, when you talk about India, talk about Gandhi's wife. When you talk about South Africa, talk about Winnie Mandela. When you talk about Congo, talk about Patrice Lumumba. When you talk about Ghana, talk about Nkrumah. When you talk about Kenya, talk about not the one when he get involved, the son. We're talking about Jomo Kenyatta, the wife. These are women. When you go to the US, talk about Martin Luther King, wife. When you talk about Malcolm X, these are women. You are not even near them. And it's sad. In history, is very, very sad that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your husband, who was kidnapped when he came for your bride price, he was kidnapped, carried away, women urinated all over his head, was rookie. Because of the love he has for you. A man that cared for you as a man, he stood. So you can imagine. He will not do what you did, how you turn your back. And then in your church wedding, you say for better and for worse until death do us pass. Extraordinary rendition, that as you don't go, you don't turn your back. Now enemy, now you and them, they rub shoulder. Now you and them, they drink, now they eat, now they call you, curse your husband, you go curse. Come insult Prime Minister. Let me tell you something, don't you dare. Uchechi, if now go now you drink or something enter your head and you don't you ever insult to me. Don't let IRATs, IPOB criminals, those criminals, don't you ever allow them to tell you to me, our Prime Minister again. Ever. Okay? You are not the first lady of this struggle. You are the first lady of the criminals of the DOS. You are their first lady. You are not the first lady, right?
So, my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.